Hello, I'm Narissa here with CryptoCanucks, and we are here at the DisruptiveTO ICO pitch competition in the heart of downtown Toronto. So Dan, how did you first learn about blockchain?
So nice to meet you. I heard about blockchain from a friend, I'd say about a year ago, and then with the inevitable rise of Bitcoin, it was all the craze. So after learning about that and jumping into it, we decided to also jump into the space.
And tell us a bit about how your company started.
So essentially, tonight our Chief Technology Officer, Greg, is with us. His brainchild for this whole company was to develop a distributed compute platform. So it's the idea of using the entire Internet of Things and all the compute programs and infrastructure that exists out there and allowing them to share work, right? So your phone that you're holding that's in your pocket, or the other guy's smart TV or smart car or my laptop at home, it's not doing work right now. So can you imagine if you took all those devices, all the compute infrastructure, and you allow them to work together to do scientific research, to do content delivery on the internet, manage traffic, essentially everything that needs computation, which is everything, can be shared and done more efficiently. That's what SPARC is doing.
So how does blockchain fit into your idea?
That's a very good question. Blockchain does not come into our business. In fact, we think that blockchain technologies where everyone has to be watching and involved in the transaction process actually creates a lot of inefficiencies. What we're doing is we're managing the sharing of compute power. And the token that represents units of computational work essentially allow users to fairly and equitably consume and also produce and generate computational power on the network. These tokens not only mediate the value of computational work, but they can also be traded on online exchanges, and therefore they're valuable.
Is there anyone else in this space doing what you're doing right now?
Absolutely. So Golem would be the most known. There's also SONM. And a key difference between the two of us is that they target the native applications and environment. And what I mean by that is that they need specific software that's downloaded, installed, and plugins that are specific to every single device, and that's the environment within which they perform computations that are distributed through the internet. We, on the other hand, our differentiator is that we're targeting the web environment. So to boil it down, if you have a computer and a web browser and an internet connection, you can be participating in this distributed computations. So our computations don't run in native software. They're promulgated right through a browser environment or command line interface or headless APIs, for example. So it's truly universal.
And where do you see SPARC 3 to 5 years from now?
So the long game, the ultimate goal would be for our protocol, the distributed compute protocol, to layer on top of TCP, IP, and become a foundational building block of the internet. So instead of having essentially an internet that transports mere information, we want the entire internet to be a brain that actually computes information along the way, different nodes.
Are you currently considering an initial coin offering?
Yes, in fact, 15 January is our ICO. Our website's spark.network, and that's SPARC with a C. We'll have all that information, explainer videos, the team, project, and a couple other use case examples.
Very soon. What are some of the main challenges that you and your team face?
Right now, I guess the main challenge is being at more places at once. This is our first conference in Canada, actually. We just got back from New York, Los Angeles. Our CEO right now is in Europe, and we're trying to spread the word and raise awareness. As far as development goes, we already have, or we're making great progress in achieving the minimum viable product, and we're hoping to showcase that to the world before the ICO.
And what are some of your tips that you have for other cryptocurrency enthusiasts that are wanting to get more involved in the space?
Absolutely. The number one, all right, go towards a token that has an underlying value, all right? The network that people are investing in, right, the crypto space that they're going into has to have some sort of inherent value. We chose computational power for a couple of reasons. One, the market share is $110 billion this year, in 2018, this upcoming year, and is going up to $162 billion in 2020. And when you think about it, everything, including the blockchain itself that everyone is exploiting now, is built on computational power, processing of information. So we're not interested in being at the level of blockchains. We want to be at the fundamental brick and mortar level of the internet. We're going to be an infrastructure upon which all these digital platforms are going to be built and enabled.
Thank you so much for your time and for sharing all of your background, the wisdom, and about SPARC today. We really appreciate it.